Hi all, welcome back to my channel Ace Learning with Sneh. Today we are going to learn the fourth form of business organization, cooperative society. So let us begin. India, being an agricultural country, has laid down the foundation of the world's biggest cooperative movement. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played a catalyst in the cooperative movement of India. A cooperative organization is a voluntary association of individuals formed in order to achieve certain economic objectives. The nature of a cooperative organization is service-oriented. Each for all and all for each is the principle of a cooperative society. The following are the features of a cooperative society. The registration of a cooperative society is compulsory. Every cooperative society must follow the rules and regulations of the Indian Cooperative Societies Act 1912 and the respective states' Cooperative Societies Act. After registration, each cooperative society is considered as a separate legal entity before law. Therefore, they can enter into a contract, purchase property, open a bank account in its own name. The shareholders and managing committee members are not responsible for the transactions of a cooperative society. The minimum number of members required for the formation of a cooperative society is 10, whereas there is no limit for the maximum number of members as per the Cooperative Societies Act. One member, one vote is the rule for voting in a cooperative society. All members must have equal voting rights irrespective of the number of shares held by them. A cooperative society's main objective is to provide services to the society. Therefore, goods are available at the lowest rates for its members. The following are the merits of a cooperative society. Membership in a cooperative society is voluntary and open to all. That is, any member of any caste, creed, religion can purchase shares of a cooperative society and become a member of it. There is no compulsion to join or leave the organization. The management of a cooperative society is based on democracy. All decisions are taken on majority basis. Each member enjoys equal voting rights. As the number of shareholders are large and scattered over the region, they elect representatives called as the managing committee members. These managing committee members look after the day-to-day management of the society. The cost of operation is low in a cooperative society. The managing committee members provide honorary services. Various concessions, reliefs and privileges related to stamp duty, income tax, etc. are given by the government. The liability of the shareholders of a cooperative society is limited up to the extent of unpaid amount of shares held by them. Thus, members' private property cannot be used even if the assets of the society are insufficient to pay off the debts of the third party. As cooperative societies play an important role in the economic and social development of the country, the government gives them many concessions. This helps to increase the profit of the society. The following are the demerits of a cooperative society. The face value of the shares of a cooperative society is very less. The shareholders usually belong to weaker sections of the society, therefore they cannot purchase more shares, so capital is limited. And due to low rate of dividend, people are not interested in investing in the shares of a cooperative society. The managing committee members may not possess managerial skills, and due to limited amount of capital, they may not be able to appoint professional managers. So this leads to inefficient management. There is huge political interference in a cooperative society, so people do not invest their money in it. Most cooperative societies are led by political leaders, so there is lack of public confidence. The managing committee members work on honorary basis. They may lack enthusiasm to perform their duties. Due to absence of link between efforts and rewards, the members may lack the zest to serve the organization to the best of their abilities. The daily operations of a cooperative society are subject to government's rules and regulations. Regular bookkeeping, auditing, inspection of accounts by the government officials are mandatory aspects of the organization. All these legal formalities take a lot of time and consequently hinder efficiency. With this, we have completed the fourth form of business organization, cooperative society. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.